straight ahead on CCX News.
When I saw it Saturday morning, my heart just sank. It was just, it's just not Brooklyn Center.
A police investigation into a restaurant sign in Brooklyn Center. Plus, back to school, from the jitters to the jubilation. We're inside the halls for a look at day one. But first, construction gridlock nears an end. The project drivers waited months to finish. CCX News starts right now. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Shannon Slatton. Drivers in the North Metro had been fighting single-lane traffic for months, and now those orange cones and construction barrels on Highway 169 are going away. Eric Nelson joins us now along 169, where relief for drivers is definitely in order. Eric?
Yeah, Shannon, despite these gloomy skies and raindrops, things are getting much brighter for commuters on US 169 in Brooklyn Park and Champlin. This highway has been a cone zone for many months now, and this huge road construction project is finally almost finished. For drivers in the Northwest Burbs, this was a no pain, no gain scenario.
It was very much a rough summer. We had a lot of closures up here. We had single lane traffic. The big problem in this area is there's only really one good way to get across the Mississippi River without traveling several miles in each direction. Several being kind of an understatement, I guess.
Most of US 169 was reopened last Friday with the exception of some single lane traffic going southbound. The northbound ramp from State Highway 610 to 169 in Brooklyn Park is now open, which should ease traffic flow, especially in the rush hours. MnDOT is wrapping things up in the next few days as they finish landscaping, striping, and removing some temporary signals. The project will be completed in mid-September.
We rebuilt the two Elm Creek bridges, northbound and southbound. We realigned Highway 169 just south of the river. We realigned West River Road and Dean to join up at an intersection. And then on the south part of the project, from East Hayden Lake Road down to Highway 610, we did some major repairs down there.
Now, MnDOT was originally going to do this project in two phases, a north and south project. But ultimately they decided, hey, let's get it over with all at once. Reporting live from rainy Brooklyn Park, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News. Let's go back to Shannon.
And out of the rain there. Brooklyn Center police are looking for the person or persons responsible for putting a hateful and demeaning message on an ARBY'S marquee.
It is a horrible thing. It's a horrendous display of racism, I believe, in our city. Doesn't reflect where our city stands on diversity of cultures or ethnicity.
The words, but the top part of the message says now hiring, and underneath those words a racial slur and a derogatory term for a woman. Brooklyn Center police say one of its officers first spotted the offensive message around 7 Saturday morning. She took down the letters and notified the company, but not before many people saw the words on the sign. Mayor Tim Wilson is calling the incident a hate crime.
Given the sensitivity and the language that was used, at this point in time, if anybody doesn't know that's an inappropriate message and that it borders on hate and racism, I'd be very, very surprised.
The mayor is looking into offering a reward for information. Meanwhile, ARBY'S issued a statement apologizing. And they also said they are cooperating with local law enforcement and they will take appropriate action against those involved. The Crystal City Council will vote on fines and liquor license suspensions after several businesses were caught serving alcohol to minors. The businesses include Broadway Pizza, Chipotle, MGM Liquor, and Lube Liquor. For Broadway Pizza, Chipotle, and MGM, it was their second violation in a 2-year period. According to City Code, the maximum punishment for those businesses is a fine of $1,500 and a license suspension of 3 days. Honeywell's Golden Valley operations will be impacted by the company's decision to spin off its homes business into a new independently traded company. The new company will be called Resideo, which will own the Golden Valley facility and continue to focus on residential heating and temperature controls. The remaining Honeywell business will focus on aerospace and commercial building technologies. It's expected to maintain a presence at the Golden Valley site, joining Resideo. The split is expected to happen at the end of the year, according to a Honeywell spokesperson. The Golden Valley location has about 1,700 employees. Still ahead on CCX News, it's the first day of school for many students today. We will give you a peek at what the day was like. Plus, Cooper and Providence Academy and Breck all score impressive opening game wins in prep football. We'll have the highlights later in sports. But first, once Tuesday's rain wraps up, there's no rain in the forecast for the rest of the week. One school in the northwest suburbs started their school year differently than most. Nasha Shola Charter School in Brooklyn Park starts their school year with a kindergartner ringing a bell in front of the entire school. Administrators say it's a fun way to start the school year that embraces Eastern European culture.
The bell ringing, it's ringing in the first day of the school year, ringing in the school year, and celebrating students coming to school, and just gives it a nice, clean, fresh start. Everybody can see each other. Parents are here. Everybody dressed up. Everybody's festive.
The school holds a similar ceremony at the end of the school year as well. Nasha Shola is the only school in Minnesota to teach the Russian language and culture to elementary age students. And it may have been a rainy day for the first day of school, but staff at Sonnesyn Elementary in New Hope did their best to brighten it up. Photojournalist Ben Kroll was there.
Good morning, boys and girls. I'm so glad you're here.
Yay. We're excited. We're going to be welcoming all the kids when they pull up on buses and cars and just go nuts like parents do.
Today is the first day of school, and we like to welcome our family on a positive note.
Good morning.
So this year we invited families to come in. We had pom-poms and put on music to create a warm and welcoming atmosphere so that our students and families that have been here for a while feel welcome back, but then also our new families
We're glad you're here.
get a feel for what kind of environment we are.
Look at this awesomeness.
Come and join us, line up, cheer the kids on coming into school instead of I'm going to school. They'll be excited to come in.
It makes you way more excited to be at school and go in and be more excited for the day.
Welcome.
Kind of cool because you meet people.
Have a wonderful first day.
You meet people's parents that you don't know, and maybe they're your friends.
Welcome back. Good morning.
School should be a place of learning, but also a place that we have fun together. And so we really wanted to ramp it up this year to bring that sense of, like I said, community and a sense of just we're excited. We're excited you're here. You know, we've missed you, and we love having our students and our staff here.
Have a wonderful, wonderful first day.
Looks like a good start. It might have been the first day of school for students today, but high school athletes have been busy for a few weeks. The Wayzata girls soccer team has some new faces in the lineup, but they're looking strong once again. John Jacobson has that story next in sports. But first, as you probably know, the first day of school has turned into a social media phenomenon. Your feed is probably filled with cute faces showing off new clothes on day one. Here are a few pictures from our local school districts of students and schools putting their best foot forward for the new school year.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. It's back to school day for kids around the northwest suburbs. The football season kicked off before the school doors opened. Jordan Salas in his first game as head coach at Park Center, but it's visiting Cooper jumping on the Pirates early. Nas Borden taking the handoff, sweeps left for a score, and a 7-0 Hawks lead. A couple of minutes later, Pedro Musu fields the punt at his 30-yard line. Needs an immediate gap to run through. He scores easily on a 70-yard return. The Hawks take control of this one early with a 14-0 lead. Still in the first quarter, Trayshawn McMillan fakes the handoff, fakes a throw, and then takes off. He gets to the end zone with no problem. And Coach Willie Howard's Cooper squad rolls to a 21-0 lead after one. After an interception by Cooper, they go on 4th and 5, and McMillan finds Osseo in traffic for a juggling grab. Cooper leads 35-0 at halftime. They cruise to a 54-14 win. Breck's football team opened their season at home. The Mustangs chalked up a W in week 1. Breck at home to face Columbia Heights. Second quarter, Breck going for it on 4th down. David Roddy goes up top for Ethan Gill. He hauls it in for a 38-yard touchdown. Third quarter, Roddy looks deep over the middle. It's caught by Elijah Zachary, and he is off to the races. This is an 80-yard score, and it's 17-6 Breck. But Columbia Heights rallies. Aaron Severson on the rollout, throws for Ben Rogotsky. He's got it for a 23-yard touchdown. The Highlanders are up 20-17. Breck passing attack answers. Roddy, Zachary making the catch over the defender, fights into the end zone for the score, and the Mustangs are back in the lead. Then on the ensuing Heights possession, Roddy playing defense gets the pick 6 to seal the win. 30-20 Breck is the final. At Providence Academy, the Lions and new head coach Colin Rooney were at home to play St. Croix Lutheran. The Lions get on the board first. Max Anderson to Josh Elan, 7 yards and a touchdown. He holds on long enough for a catch. Lions lead it in the first quarter. Second quarter, the Providence defense steps up. Pressure on the quarterback, and then Hakeem Daniels picks off the pass and keeps the Crusaders off the board. The Lions get another score. Anderson on the nice play action goes to Elan again. This pass covers 33 yards. The point after try fails, but Providence leads 13-0 at halftime. Third quarter, and the Lions march down the field. Taylor Meisner caps off the drive with a 1-yard scoring run, and it's 20-0. In the fourth quarter, the Lions put this game out of reach. Jeff Ekior with a nice move at the line of scrimmage, and then he is off to the races. 42 yards later, it's a touchdown as Providence Academy pins a shutout on St. Croix Lutheran. 33-0 is the final. The Wayzata girls soccer team has a lot of first-time varsity players this season. The Trojans are consistently one of the best programs in the state and expect to be so again. Here's Jason Malillo.
Flexibility is the buzzword for Wayzata soccer as the season kicks off. The Trojans will have quite a few first-time varsity players, so the returning starters will have to utilize their versatility.
We've already talked to some of them. It doesn't mean that we don't like where you're playing, but we may have a need somewhere else, and you know, if you can play more than one position, it's going to benefit you, and it's really going to benefit our team.
We're moving people around, but I think everybody has like strengths in the positions that they're playing, and Tony sees that, so the people that are flexible are able to move around, which is going to help our team a lot.
Wayzata should be strong in the midfield and up front. Forwards Lily Gilbertson, Sam Dietrich, and Emily Dillon are all talented scorers. On defense, Megan Maleka and Ava Brewer return to lead a back line that will learn on the fly.
We have some new players that are younger that are stepping up in those roles for defense, so I think they'll do pretty well to execute that.
An important anchor will be goalie Madison Lowe. She was excellent in the playoffs last year and will again be the Trojan starter.
Maddie's going to be getting the bulk of the work this year, and hopefully she'll be able to settle the younger players down when she's in there and make those key saves when they're necessary.
A program as consistently good as Wayzata has state tournament aspirations every season. Those expectations bring pressure, but the girls don't seem to dwell on what could be or what will be. Really, they just try to make the beautiful game beautiful every time out. Jason Malillo, CCX Sports.
The Trojans are off to a 4-0 start and have not allowed a goal in those 4 games. They have a tough test against Edina Tuesday night. That's all for sports. Shannon, back to you.
All right. Thank you, John. Today we begin our coverage of Local Vote 2018 with a look at the candidates on your ballot. We begin this week with a special election for Osseo School Board. Board member Stephanie Fortner stepped down in September, and 2 candidates have filed to serve the remainder of her term. They are current school board member Jim Breck and Jackie Mosqueda Jones.
Hi, I'm Jim Breck. I'm currently serving on the school board of District 279 Osseo Area Schools, and I'm seeking re-election this fall in the special election, which is a 2-year term. I'll start with my background. I'm a principal electrical engineer for a local medical device company. My wife Carrie and I have 3 children. My youngest is currently attending Maple Grove Senior High School, where my older 2 have graduated. I've worked with the community on many issues over the years, from prioritized budget cutting to revising our equity policy. This year, our district has several important near-term objectives, including selecting a new superintendent and responding to growing enrollment. My goal is to maximize student achievement while minimizing taxpayer expense. I sincerely ask for your vote on November 6th. Don't forget, vote Burgett. Thank you.
My name is Jackie Mosqueda-Jones, and I'm running for the special seat of Osseo School Board. I'm running because I believe the district needs my broad experience in teaching and community partnership to make sure that all students have the resources they need to be successful. The board needs to make sure that the limited resources we have are directed to our highest priority of supporting our kids. I am passionate about making sure we tackle the achievement gap through relevant training for staff, building relationships and connections with families, and culturally appropriate teaching materials. Find out more at JackieFor279.com.
Candidate statements will be running from now until November 2nd, and you can see them all on our website, ccxmedia.org. Just go to the homepage and click on the banner that says Local Vote 2018. There you can watch candidate statements or recorded forums on demand. Up next, as if kicking off the election season and the first day of school wasn't enough, we will give you a taste of fall. Some of the winning photos from the Maple Grove Photo Contest show off great fall color. We'll be right back. And finally, the sun is setting on summer and school has started, so we thought we'd take a look at the year in photos. Maple Grove recently named the winners of its 2018 Moments Photography Contest. We leave you with those photos thanks to the residents of Maple Grove. Enjoy. And that's all the time we have for now. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here again tomorrow starting at 4 o'clock.